So I'm an idiot. I just filmed the entire video and realised I called the My Macros app the Macros Inc. app for the whole entire video. And in the Play Store, it is called My Macros. It's just affiliated with the Macros Inc. group. So I'm sorry if that's confusing, and I'm just an idiot, that's all. And it's late at night and I'm tired and I'm an idiot. So sorry. Enjoy the video. Hello friends, thanks for clicking. I'm the Pink Veggie. If you're into health, fitness and looking your best, please subscribe for weekly videos. So macro counting, what is it exactly? If you've listened to my videos, you've most probably heard me mention it, and if you're into the health and fitness world of things, you've most definitely heard about it. If you're not exactly quite sure what it is yet, I will quickly explain. It's like calorie counting, but also keeping track of protein, carbs and fats within those foods. So the advantage of keeping track of your protein, carbs and fats as well as your calories, why don't we just count calories? Well, if you're trying to lose body weight, you can just count calories, and if you're eating less than what your body needs, then you'll lose weight. So if you're losing weight, it could be coming off anywhere. It could be coming off fat or muscle, and if you're on keto, it will be coming off water weight. So the advantage of keeping track of your macros is it will allow for better body recomposition, so losing fat and retaining muscle. So about 3 years ago, I'd been working out for a fair while. Like most of my life I've been an active person, and I wanted to take my body recomposition to another level. So I asked around, like, was it a gimmick? Does it really work? And the overwhelming answer was yes, it does really work. It's not a gimmick. So the next question was where to get started. So I don't know how the hell old school bodybuilders did it, but these days it's essential to have an app. And when I was starting out, I tried about 3 different free ones, and I found them all lacking. So when I was first asking around about macro counting, people pointed me towards the Macros Inc. page to get me started, and they do have their own app, which is a paid app. And I was very much against paid apps. I'd never ever paid for an app before. So after trying these 3 free ones that I just wasn't happy with, I thought I'd bite the bullet and spend the lovely humongous total of, I think it was like $2.95. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. So I'll go through some of the biggest criticisms of people of the app that I've seen, and most of these criticisms are from users who are switching over from MyFitnessPal. And so I think that MyFitnessPal is fairly problematic, and I will get into that in a minute. So one thing they criticise is there's not enough foods in the library. When I scan things in MyFitnessPal, anything comes up. What I didn't realise is that all the things that you scan have been entered by other people like you and me. That means it's highly likely that the information your little barcode scanner is bringing up is wrong. With macro tracking, you should always measure in grams, not cups or servings. So what I find with a lot of the things that I scan with the information it brings up, they're in servings, not grams. And if they are in grams, a lot of the values are wrong. They've just been entered wrong. So being in Australia, I think maybe out of 10 things I scan, 7 come up as entered, and maybe 2 of those are right. So maybe 2 out of 10 are right, but the rest are wrong. So people are put off by this because it's a bit of hard work. And yes, it is a bit of hard work. But the thing is, people are creatures of habit. You usually buy the same brands and things, and you usually eat, give or take, the same things. It is a big learning curve when you're starting and a lot of work putting in the data, but when it's all set up, that's it. It's so easy to just go to whatever you want and you know it's correct because you've done it, and well, hopefully you've done it correctly. And here's one I found in the wild. I was looking in the Play Store for a price, and I found this review from a person switching from MyFitnessPal, complaining that the barcode scanner only works a third of the time and they have to add in everything manually, and that's the point, you do. And here is another review stating that the food database isn't good enough and the barcode scanner isn't correct. Well, really no shit, that's because there's no magic in it, it's just entered by people like you and me. Another thing that I love with the Macros Inc. app is the recipe function, so you can create recipes using all the ingredients that are already in your library of foods that you've made. And if you tend to eat the same thing over and over, you can just copy day, and alter it as you see fit, which is what I usually do. I'll usually eat the same thing for almost all week, and then the next week change it up a little bit. So that's why I prefer Macros Inc. over the other ones that I've tried. I haven't tried MyFitnessPal, but it does seem very problematic. So I am a really big fan of the app and the Macros Inc. Facebook group. They do offer paid coaching services, but obviously most people don't use them. Of the nearly 400,000 members in the group, not many people would use them. And there's just a vast wealth of information that's handed out free every day. They have a free macros calculator as well. It's not on the app, so you have to go into the group and on the link for the macros calculator, and then you can even have that checked, because obviously not everybody with the same weight and height and activity level has the same needs. So you can even go in there and have a personalized macro check to double check your numbers are correct, because most people, because a lot of people will even calculate their macros incorrectly, assuming that they're active and they're really not active, they're sedentary, just because they work out a lot, where active is really for active jobs, not working out a lot. So even though MyFitnessPal is very popular, it does seem to have a lot of bugs and problematic areas, such as the way that it will incorporate your calories burned from your smartwatch. So your calories burned from your smartwatch are very, very, very inaccurate, and there's really no way to track them. When you calculate your macros, your activities level and your workout should be allocated. You don't have to add your calories burnt onto the macros that you already have, if that makes sense. They should, if you've done it correctly, they should be allocated in there already, because there is no way to know how much you've burnt in a workout. And the fact that with MyFitnessPal, it seems like you have to go in and turn that off. It just seems really stupid. It just seems like a really dumb setup. You have to know what to do to work around the problems. And it seems like if you knew what to do, you wouldn't be using MyFitnessPal. It's just a really strange setup. And it also seems to allocate 1,200 calories for everyone. I don't know why that is, because 1,200 calories is not very much, and it wouldn't be enough for very many people. It seems an app that people get very comfortable and familiar with. They're just very comfortable with scanning something and thinking it's correct, and it's not. And if you do small errors all the week, it has a compounding effect. And if you're going over your calories, 100 calories every day, which is easy to do, it really adds up. So that is my review for the week. I did try about 3 other free macro counting apps, and I didn't like them. I coughed up the $2 something for the Macros Inc. app, and I've never looked back. I haven't tried the MyFitnessPal app, but it seems to be very, very full of bugs and problematic areas. So delete that, never look back. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found my review useful. If you liked it, give it a like. I can't talk today. I hope you found my review useful. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Maybe I can talk better next week.